So, Shadow, thank you for the subs, man. Appreciate it, dude. Oh, you got the bomber? Hell yeah. Appreciate that. Yeah, man. Thank you guys for supporting Black Mask Clothing as well, man. I really, really, really dig that. Man, I have so many good memories of like WB. I have so many good memories of a lot of things. I'm really thankful for all of you. The fact that there's like over 8,000. Wow, D Rankin, Jesus, 25. Holy shit, dude. Nomadic, Nomadic Vice, thank you. Appreciate that, dude. Savage Beast, thank you. Silverback, thank you. You know, I have so many good memories, man. I remember when I had that match with I think the first time the world really took notice. But I did never tell you, right? I wasn't really always super content with my debut match because it didn't go the way it was supposed to go. But you know, there's a long story. But I'm always thankful for Manny Andrade. He's an incredible wrestler. But I was never happy with my debut because I feel that it wasn't what I wanted it to be. It wasn't what they wanted it to be. But you know, the good thing about it is that we found ways to enhance it and build up from it, which I thought was great. I think that after my match with Dream, I remember like apparently that was when a lot of people in the wrestling world were like, "Whoa, okay, what's going on there?" And the cool thing is that was the first time they gave me complete freedom to just do my own match, and they put trust in me. And I think when I proved that I could do a good storytelling match and I could lead a match and take someone else and take them to the next level. It proves that you can be more than just a star yourself, but you can, uplift other people too, which was great. And fast forward to the main roster. I think the last 3-4 months of me being in NXT when I tagged with Ricochet were probably professionally some of my favorite moments in wrestling. Because me and Trevor would have Raw on Monday, SmackDown on Tuesday, NXT on Wednesday, get one day off, Friday back on the road. And we did that for months. We got so well oiled, and that's where I had the most fun, where I really felt like a professional wrestler. You know what I mean? I felt like a professional, and I felt I was untouchable at that point. You could have thrown anything at me and I would have been able to just knock it out the park. And it's like you always have to work within the boundaries of what they give you, and I feel that is the true professional, right? If there's no cuffs and you can do whatever you want, it's a different landscape. But if you're able to shine in a place where you have boundaries and you're surrounded by rules, and I'm a big fan of having boundaries. I really do, because it forces me to be more creative. And you can shine there. I feel that's what makes that's right there is a testimony of being a professional. I like one of the things I've always loved wrestling, at the time, the Revival, the Pinnacle now, because they were me and them have a very same way of thinking when it comes to upholding rules and stuff, and making sure everything works within the, because that's what makes it fun. That's what makes that's what makes the competition fun. You know what I mean? I think that forces me to be creative in a very different way, and I've always liked that. I've always liked that part of challenging myself, and I feel it's Bob. Yes, Heyman pushed really hard for me. Yeah, I feel that's really made me into a much better. I can say it again, professional wrestler. You know what I mean? Because and now I had to think, and a lot of times I had to think on my feet. A lot of times we just went out there and we just kind of we just did things, and oh guys, you got 3 minutes, go home. And we actually had a whole 10-minute thing planned. Or the other way around, you have 4 minutes, guys. They just added 5 minutes, and now you have to think. They did that with me and Buddy a couple times, where we were out there and hey guys, you got an extra 5 minutes, and you just have to figure it out. And I love that. I love that. I love being able to work on the fly and just I thrive on that kind of stuff. It's just a crazy landscape, man. WWE, and everybody's experience is different. Mine experience was great. Last 2 years, it is what it is. But what can I do? Do I sit and mope about it? Do I go, well, they didn't never give me a good shot? Or like, it is what it is. And, unfortunately, this was supposed to be my shot. That was what the consensus were. This is, this is it. Like, we're going to push this character. And then, this happens. So you can't, this is an everlasting, evolving, fluctuating business. And I'm very thankful for Vince and for Hunter and for Bruce and for Heyman and for all the people that have always helped me out. Randy Orton, Bray Wyatt, Rowan, John, rest in peace. Just being surrounded by great people, and I think Roman Reigns, honest to God, one of the fucking best locker room leaders I've ever had in my life. Same with the Usos, great people, and I'm so stoked that they're pushing Apollo, right? That's a guy that needed a break, and he's knocking it out the park. He's so good at his character, he's so good at his role, and it's exciting to see that now I can do a lot of things. I'm happy. I'm glad that I'm able to go and start doing new things and being able to create different things because you guys have seen that vignette that I made on my Instagram account, right? I'm pretty sure some of you've seen that where I the eye bleeding and stuff like that. Well, Wrestling Classic we did, but it was on live events. I wrestled him a ton of times on live events. Thank you. Roni, I don't know. All I knew is that the plan was for me and E to go at it, and that's it. That's all I knew. It was supposed to kick off this Friday, and here we are. That's as much as I know. No, thank you guys. Yeah, I try to remember my fans. Yeah, I would have loved to work against Bray. I think Bray's great. He's a guy that fights really hard for all his stuff. Because they try to change everything about him continuously, but he's a dude that just fights tooth and nail. And I'm just reading your comments, don't worry. I'm still here. Yeah, the thing is the promo that I did on Instagram was supposed to actually there was a moment where they actually wanted to air that on TV. There was talks about and I said to him, I have it for you, you can take it, because it was a 1-minute vignette of a story arc as to what happened after the eye got taken out, and I kind of tied father in there already, saying my father was right, I am a cruel man, right? So that's kind of where it started, but they never bit down on it. But again, the consensus were, wow, this is so good, so creative, so awesome. And it just gets worked against. There's a lot of waves into WWE. There's a lot of if you've never been there, you can't imagine it, and that's another thing as well. Don't listen to these reporters that talk about oh, Aleister Black this, oh, Vince was never high enough. That's not true. That's not true at all. What murdered me was, I think, the 7 months at home. Was that?
Oh, no, I was just cheering.
Oh, okay. Don't listen to them because they don't know anything. They don't have insiders. They have people that tell them warped stories. When I think in the span of 7 months that I sat home, there were 7 different reports. Vince, that my NXT request got shot down. That's not true at all. Didn't get shot down at all. Actually, it got praised. I was actually that's a really good idea. But his thought was no, I just want to do it this way first. And then if it doesn't work out, I can always, put you back in NXT. Because I had a whole plan for that too. But it wasn't shot down hard at all. No, not at all. And this is the problem, right? They're not in those talks. They're not in those conversations. They don't know any of these people. Don't waste your money on it because it's for the most part, it's a 5% truth and they'll fabricate 95% around it just so that you click on it. And it's just sad to see that this business has become like a tabloid thing, which I always think is so strange because like, why are you scamming people? Why are you feeding this like negative narrative continuously? Why are you? And I get it because negativity sells, but you also have to realize you have to be smarter than that system because I can guarantee you from being in that company and seeing some of these articles pop up, 95% of the time was just fabricated. Or like there was a moment where apparently like I remember Asuka leaving a live event and immediately it was like, oh, Asuka mad, storm that live event. No, she was just done with her match. She just went to the next town.